Alright, I'm back with part 3 and the final installment of my 24-inch mountain bike to BMX bike project. Very happy with the results on this bike. I actually had it just kind of sitting around all summer long. I rolled around on a little bit with it and primer spots and everything looking the way it did in video too, and I was really happy with the way it rode then. I mean, just even looking kind of rough at that point, so I decided that it was definitely deemed worthy of a good quality refinishing of the paint and just a good overhaul. And so lots of parts were swapped out from video 2. We got new wheels, new bars, new stem, new seat and seat posts, the addition of a brake, and new pedals. The wheel set, I had picked up another girl's 24-inch mountain bike, and it had these aluminum wheels or alloy rim hoops with steel hubs, and the wheels on the bike in the previous videos were steel hubs, steel hoops. So we got that upgrade going on. You'll notice I had done something with the cable holders there. There was the 3 across the top of the top tube. Those were shaved off, and I added these channel weight cable guide holders. I did put them all along the drive side to be able to run a derailleur on there, because it does have mountain bike spacing, and it's nice to keep that doorway open. I like the way it's set up with the BMX roots look throughout, but it is nice to know that that door isn't completely closed, being able to run a derailleur and a cog set in that wider rear frame spacing. The alloy V-brake and seat and seat post combo were off of a 98 Schwinn shredder, or thrasher I mean. It was kind of a mountain bike crossover 20-inch boys bike. The seat post was factory black. I stripped and hand polished it. It was a padded seat that has been stripped down to the core. Picked up a set of caged pedals, and they really have that race inspired look to it, versus the platforms that have been on there in the previous video. Got a different stem and bars on there. These bars are off of a 2006 X Games freestyle bike. These are like a 6-inch rise handlebar. These handlebars would pretty much be useless to me by any other accounts on a 20-inch bike, because they're just too low, but man, they are right at home on this 24. They're just the perfect size for it. They got just the right rise. They're still full width. They're tough looking. I think they're exactly what I wanted on there. They do real well on there. But the stem there is off of a girl's 20-inch Schwinn D-Light. It's not real old. I don't know. I think it was a 08. That was actually a violet stem cap. I had stripped the paint off of that and hand polished that when I did the seat post. I did retain the cantilever studs on the fork, as I said I was gonna, just in case I want to run that front brake. There again, kind of like the shifting issue, I wanted to keep that doorway open. The thing's real nimble too. I mean, it really carves, really handles well with that 75-degree head tube angle, and with that 65-degree seat tube angle. Man, the higher you get that seat up, the more roomier the thing gets. It's really unbelievable. But it's a nice bike. It exceeded my expectations. I think that about covers it. Thanks for having a look.